He said there's a storm coming.
I know.
So after a bumpy start to 2024 and all of the shenanigans and stirring and problems that we saw in January, did everything settle down? Did everything go smoothly in February? Did everything just start to have everybody getting along with each other and coexisting on the same platform?
Oh, hell no!
No, it didn't. If anything, it got worse, and if I'm honest, I'm not really expecting March to get much better, as we're a week in already and things are still kicking off. But anywho, let's have a look at some of the events that happened in February. Now, I know that I've covered a lot of these, putting out vlogs, etc. So one of the things I want to concentrate on in this review, I know that people are subscribed to a lot of these channels, but what I want to highlight is specific videos put out by certain channels within the month of February that cover some of these topics and some others as well, just in case you missed an upload. Probably the biggest story of February 2024 was the Cody and Satori scandal, controversy, news, spotlight, whatever you want to call it. Now this was covered in one way or another by probably most, if not all, of the debunking channels. Now I want to start by just directing you to Mythos Paranormal, who, if you haven't gone over there and shown him some love already, go over there and show him some love. He has quite an extensive playlist of the whole saga, and he's still going with it, so I'm expecting this story to continue into March, and I'll probably have a look at what Mythos has to say in the March review. So the playlist is all in one place. You can look at the ongoing saga if there's either anything you haven't seen or something you've missed. Highly recommended. Now, the 3 videos I want to spotlight for this, though, are from Beardo, from Crow, and from Karen from Doof Paranormal. And there's a reason for choosing these particular 3 videos. You've probably seen 1, 2, maybe all of them. There may be one you haven't seen. I will highlight why I am spotlighting these 3 particular videos. But in a summary, it's actually because all 3, each in their own way, summarise how the whole story went down and potential impact of that story. I'm actually going to assume that everybody's up to speed on this story, that Cody and Satori claim to be able to speak to spirits by getting tapping noises, knocks, in responses to questions, and in response to Satori calling out the alphabet. A lot of footage has been uncovered to suggest that what's actually happening is an old Victorian technique called toe tapping, where muscles, bones in the foot are shifted to create a knocking noise. What people are trying to do is to get Cody to remove his shoes to prove that that's actually not what's happening, and they're refusing to do it. This is an interview that Project Fear did with them in order to give them a chance to, quote, defend themselves. So the first video that looks at this interview is by Beardo. Now, this was a live premiere. The video is about an hour long. During the premiere itself, it got 1,200 views. And when I was getting the clips for this video today, 50,000 views, just under 50,000 people have watched it. Now, the video, Beardo in this is goes through every single bit. He is very concise, he's very straight to the point, and in some of these I've actually left the chat up just to show how sometimes a live premiere really works well, especially when it's a controversial subject, and you'll see the same in the Crow clips as well, because you're getting the chat engaging with what's actually on the screen. So if for any reason you haven't seen Beardos or Crows, or you want to come watch it again, do keep an eye on the chat as well, because in both cases the chat really added to the experience of watching the video.
Project Fear, a channel that I don't like, that I think are faking, that I think are fake to the point where they are Zach Baggins level of bullshit. I've brought out a video, a controversial conversation with Cody and Satori. And I didn't want to cover Cody and Satori, and I didn't want to cover Project Fear ever again. Because they're both scamming, they're both crap, they're both faking. I don't like it. Is this going to be the conversation that we paranormal enthusiasts deserve? Are Project Fear going to ask the hard questions, and are Cody and Satori going to answer properly? More importantly, can Satori show a level of respect to the debunkers and the debunking community that her father did?
Spoiler alert, no. No. Just no. No respect. No answers. All paid lip service. In an interview that's not far under an hour, nothing solved, nothing explained, just a whole bunch of excuses.
I feel like we've just been spun a line by Cody and Satori. I'm sorry. I respect Jason Hawes. I am so far not respecting this interview that seems to be... It's not probing enough. It's just... Cody and Satori are great. Look, we have to ask this question. But taps are great, yo. Yeah, taps are great, but it's got nothing to do with you paying the Conjuring House.
You know, this happens all the time. It's happened for years, where somebody in the public eye, whether it be a celebrity, a politician, member of state, YouTuber, lands themselves in trouble or gets accused of doing something, and they realise that the thing to do would be to do an interview to set the record straight, or to defend themselves, or both. And it happens time and time again that the interview is done in such a way, or is conducted by somebody who is never going to ask the tough questions, or isn't going to want to ask the tough questions. And this is what's happening here.
It is not hateful to question. It is not hateful to ask questions. It is not hateful to say, I can see his ligaments moving. It is not hateful to say, I can see him rocking on his foot to shift his weight. It is not hateful to say, he did this 11 years ago. That is factual, not hateful. This is the bullshit that pisses me off and winds me up. Anytime a fake paranormal team can't get their own way, we're haters.
And Beardo's right. Just by simply expressing an opinion, by showing visual evidence, by showing audio evidence, you're not proving anything, you're not expressing an opinion, you're a hater. It's the first stop excuse used by fake channels all over the internet.
Oh, one of us, not even all of us?
Maybe off camera.
Yeah.
Maybe. We'd have to see if the spirits would want to do it.
I think that'd be a great way, even if it's just to like us and some...
Project Fear, you fake your paranormal videos. Your guy's word means absolutely nothing to me. Taking the word of a fake paranormal channel to disprove or to prove that these fakers are indeed real would be like... It would be about as much use as accepting a dinner invitation from Hannibal Lecter after you've rear-ended his car. Absolutely. Cody and Satori mocked, laughed, joked, skirted around the subject. I am more annoyed now than I ever was. I am more convinced now than I ever was. This is a load of 1800s bullshit and the internet combined to come up with this new method. They never ever answered the questions properly. They didn't, they could have put an end to this there and then, stood up, Cody gone, oh, do you know what, balls to it. Shoes, socks off. Satori, you can leave yours on. Hold my hands. Tap, tap, tap. Holy shit, it's not him. You could have done that and you didn't.
And so now over to Crow.
Say something, Cody. Say something. Stop sitting there going, Can't catch your tongue? Oh yeah, that felt really good, guys. Good to see you. So for the most part, I've stayed pretty quiet in the whole Cody and Satori thing. And at first I didn't even give a crap. But then I started watching videos from fellow debunkers. And then I was like, girl, call Kelly Clarkson, okay? But this video dropped from Project Fear yesterday. And I was like, dude, I've got to get in on this, okay?
Crow also released this video as a live premiere. And again, the chat was amazing and fully interacted with Crow and comments about the video. A strongly supported video. The difference that Crow does in this video to what Beardo did is, as well as analysing it himself, he also brought in reactions and evidence from other debunkers such as Mythos Paranormal, other teams like the Ouija Brothers. So what you're getting is a rounded view of how the community looks at it, as well as how Crow himself is actually reacting to this video.
But definitely didn't have the kind of communication we had until we first met, August of 2018.
Even though the dude was doing this, like, what, 11 years ago?
What the hell is this from 11 years ago? Cody?
If we can try to find out his name like we did in the past. Okay.
This is Cody. 11 years ago, and some guy is saying, do that thing you did in the past. How long has he been pulling this shit?
Easily, it only happened when they got together. Twin flames, and magic happened.
The problem with the enormity of a lie like this is it just brings everything into question. It's not like they've been caught out in a lie that they said earlier. They have literally said that this year. That they came up with the idea in 2018. And then there's video footage of it being used 11 years earlier, and it's already been used before then. If you're still going to perpetuate one lie, I'm sorry, but you're going to perpetuate another.
But if you just think it's bullshit, that is not hate. That's just pure skepticism. But I watched that Mythos video, and they were at that dance studio, and Sam and Colby asked them to take their shoes and socks off. Man, you could feel the tension in that room. It was so awkward. And you know, if it's the spirits walking around, who gives a fuck about their feet, right? Oh, well, you know, hold on, guys. Let's consult the spirits, shall we?
Not popping our joints.
So the first thing sort of plays into the whole I don't want to force everybody to believe, because I wonder what that would happen to society if we did that. But also another part is, and I'm going to be completely honest with you, I don't want my foot fetished on the internet. So I don't know if I want to do that. So I'm just completely real with you guys.
Fine, Satori, don't show your foot. Let's see Cody's. Is he concerned with the same whole foot kink, you know, like, fine, Satori, fine. We don't want to see your feet. Let's see Cody's, because that's who's doing it anyway.
What Crow did particularly well in this analysis, and he pretty much covers everything in the whole video, but what he does particularly well is hone in on just how much Cody and Satori continue to make efforts to control the narrative. And as you're about to see, he'll talk about the possibility of shoes and socks off, of proving that it's not fake. And even though they kind of look as though they're going to think about relenting to that, Crow points out how much the narrative is still being controlled. It's still being done on their terms.
At some point in the near future, they will be performing the method without socks or shoes. I don't know what venue this will be showcased on, but they have agreed to do it. They've officially agreed to do it.
Now I wonder if this is going to be in their controlled environment, at a location of their choosing. because at this point, if they go to a location of their choosing, they could do it at a place where they install some kind of like thumping devices under the floor. They can figure out a way to rig it up. If it's a location that they control, they have all the advantages, right? My opinion, just my opinion, guys, it'll never be shown and it'll always be rigged. If they do, I'd be very shocked and surprised. It's never going to happen, sorry.
Now, the final of the 3 Cody and Satori videos I want to show part of is from Doof Doof Paranormal. Now, I am literally only going to show the opening of this video, and it's not me being mean to Karen, I love Karen, it's because I honestly think if you haven't seen this video, and I don't care whether you are a viewer, whether you're a channel, whether you're a debunker, whether you're an investigator, whoever you are, you need to watch the whole of this video, because Karen approaches it in a way that I didn't see anybody else approach, and I think it's really important.
Hello. Yes, I may well have did a clickbait there, but there's a reason. Not necessarily to get viewers in to watch this, but hopefully to get Satori and Cody to see this message. And it may well not make an impact because sometimes there's people in the world that don't care. But I'm going to say what I'm about to say and send a message not only to them, but to other people out there who fake their content.
That's all you're getting. Karen's link is in the description. Please go, and if you watch no other video or channel that I'm recommending in this review, please go and watch Karen's message. Now, I initially wondered about doing a February review because I'm putting more content out now and I do vlogs, etc. I wasn't actually sure how to approach it, so I thought that highlighting specific videos and specific channels and specific events was the best way to do it. Now, I want to finish off by just giving some call outs to some other channels that I think are worth mentioning from what they put out this month. And again, some of it you may have seen, others you may have missed. Please go and check them out. So the first one I want to mention is Boo Productions. Now, Boo is gaining subscribers. He has some very good content. I know in the Facebook group I'm in, people are finding him and really loving what he's doing. Please, if you haven't already gone over to see Jeff's channel, go and have a look. Now, I was going to put a clip of the video that I'm shouting out here. The reason I'm not is because it's something that I'm thinking of discussing myself. Now, I want you to go and have a look at Boo's channel generally, but the specific video that I'm referring to, actually it's a two-parter, is where he discusses one of the other key events that's happened this month, which is the fuss around Paranormal Nightmare. And he did it so well. He did it so well. He did it from the point of view of somebody who goes in and does private investigations. Now, the reason I'm not including the video clip is because I think I'm probably going to do my own video on Paranormal Nightmare, and I will use Jeff as a source when I do it, because what he said is really important. But just a heads up on when I do it, just to be clear, before the hate starts getting thrown early, I was a huge Paranormal Nightmare fan, and I still really like the Foreman brothers. So the way I'm planning on doing the video is my journey through it. Because honestly, and I think I've said this before in a vlog, I'm still hoping they manage to turn it round. So go over and look at Boo Productions, and specifically at his 2-part analysis of the whole Paranormal Nightmare situation. Now, Joe Vitale, NTT7 Paranormal, has also done one on the Paranormal Nightmare situation. Again, you're looking at it from an investigator, and you're looking at it from an investigator who has also had experience in doing private investigations in the past. So look at Joe's video on it as well if you're looking at more analysis, everything that's happened with Paranormal Nightmare this month. I also want to give a shout out to Josh from Paranormal Seekers. Josh's channel is growing. He's doing really well, and rightly so. His content just keeps getting better and better. Not that there was anything wrong with it in the first place. He's doing some excellent debunking. He's planning on doing more investigations. He's got other plans for the channel. He's over 2,000 subscribers now. Memberships are on offer, and I know he's really looking forward to going forward with what he's producing on Paranormal Seekers. The final channel I want to call out for this video is Weeping Willow Paranormal. Now, Weeping Willow Paranormal is a channel that at some point I will do a channel spotlight on. Again, real paranormal investigations, and please go and have a look. Please see how these things are done properly. It's always nice to be able to shout out channels who do their investigating properly, and keep an eye out on content, not just that's already there, but at content that's coming up. I do have other channels that I'm looking at, and I want to shout out in the future, but for the purposes of the February review, those are the channels that I'm saying go and have a look. Go and have a look and show them some love. I inferred, well, I didn't infer, I said right at the beginning of the video that the community hasn't calmed down. It actually seems to be getting more turbulent. So I just want to finish on saying that this community has to hold strong. It's important. It really is important for the community to hold strong. And if you want reinforcement of that, go and watch Karen's video. This is a wonderful community, but it needs to hold tight and it needs to survive. Otherwise, the fakers win. The people taking money and putting out content that they're claiming to be real, they're not doing the investigations properly, they win, and they can't win. From my point of view moving forward, I am going to be continuing doing what I'm doing. I also want to extend my content into other parts of the paranormal. I'm seeing other people start to do the same thing, and I will mention that in another video. But in the meantime, be nice to each other. Remember, we're all in the same community. It doesn't need to be fractious, and it doesn't need to start. We're all in the same community.
I should have realized our destiny was never to stop Judgment Day. It was merely to survive it together.